Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is probably day 4 or 5 of our road to 2100 and I'm playing someone almost 2200. That's nuts. Big Mike sacked pawn, okay. I really want him to play. Okay, he's gonna play knight f6. We're gonna play c4 and let's see if he's gonna play the King's Indian or e6. Yeah. When we play knight to c3, is he going to play the Nimzo Indian with the bishop to b4? Yeah, here we will respond with the bishop to g5, pinning the knight so that he doesn't have the chance to play knight to e4. Whenever he attacks, we have to take. See, this move is also common, but I believe it's a3, bishop takes, pawn takes, and after takes, takes. He might have some kind of a check. We can always draw back with the bishop, and it's not a problem. I guess it is the move a3, right? a3, bishop takes, pawn takes. Some kind of a knight here that's bad. Here, 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 and queen there. Okay, so after a3, bishop takes, pawn takes, queen to a5. And I cannot take the knight because he's going to take me with a check and I lose the game. So I have to draw back and he's going to attack me like that. Do I want to go for that? Well, I guess I'm going to go for that. I should not be giving him any hints that I don't know this variation pretty much. So bishop takes, pawn takes, queen to a5. I can defend with like queen to d3, right? So bishop takes, pawn takes, queen to a5. I cannot play queen to c2 because of I lose a pawn and I cannot take. It's pinned. So yeah, after takes is gonna play queen to a5. That's for sure. I think I'm not gonna get attacked, especially after I play like. Why would you play that? Interesting. Okay, so queen a5 is still there. I can take this pawn, but 3 double pawns is not good. Never. Playing d5, he's going to play queen to a5. Queen d3, pawn takes. We take here, and after takes, I can take back with the pawn. I guess we can play d5, and after he takes with the pawn, I take with the pawn. He's gonna play queen to a5. I can get back with the bishop and defend the pawn with everything that I have. I really want to play d5. This guy clearly knows his opening, but I never had this variation before because I usually get queen a5 instead of castling. d5, queen to a5, queen d3, pawn takes and pawn takes, or we just take here and ruin his structure. I guess it's going to be d5. Let's go for it. d5. Because, I mean, I could have allowed him to take. He pushed the pawn to d6. Okay. Okay, so queen to a5 is still annoying. e4 is not recommended because after queen to a5 I have to defend that and the pawn. And I cannot play queen c2 because he can still take, and after takes he wins the rook. This dude knows his stuff. Okay, so I'm guessing like just a simple knight to f3. And then I have to deal with this. I guess we have to play knight to f3. We have to develop our pieces. Some kind of a push to do this. Or takes, queen a5, queen d3. I guess queen d3 will be fine. The reason that I don't want to play e3 to get my bishop out, e3 stops me from getting the bishop back there. See, that's bad. Well, I guess he always has knight to d7 to always defend the knight, because if he moved his queen, he's cooked after that. I cannot add more attackers to the knight right now because he can definitely play bishop to d7. So I can play h3, stop anything from pinning me. I guess h3 seems reasonable, but he might be interested in pushing again. So I'm not going to give him much time. I can always reroute the knight like this. The bishop has some squares to go to, even though I don't think the bishop is going to be any useful, because look at these. So the bishop is not going to be useful. I can take this knight. He's going to take like this. Or I think he's going to play knight to d7. So that he wants to get out with the queen to attack this. But I think I should preserve my... Okay, so now he's definitely thinking about queen to a5 to attack this. And to get this in. Okay, so what do we do? Queen c2. Queen to a5, preparing knight to e4. I mean, queen here, push the pawn. It's totally fine, right? Queen c2, also the knight can go here to attack this pawn. Yeah, I really hate this variation. I'm not that prepared for it. So queen to c2, some kind of queen to a5, e3, knight in. That's going to be a problem. Yeah, you can now play that. So queen c2, queen to a5. Knight d2. And then push like that? Probably. Okay, let's first play queen c2. I'm wasting too much time on an opening. That's nuts. Something that you really don't want to show a higher rated player that you are weak in the opening phase. Because if they sense that, you're cooked. So I want to play a move like e4 right away to defend this pawn. And then get the bishop to d3 so that the knight can never get in and this pawn cannot be attacked by many pieces, and I still preserve my bishop there, so that's going to be good. But after e4, the bishop will be literally the worst piece I ever have on the board. Interesting. So maybe I can play like e3, e3, queen there, and I can play bishop to d3. He's going to put the rook there to try to push knight d2. Try to put a knight there. That's actually better. I could have played knight to d2 first, trying to get knight here, trying to take. Okay, so he's clearly looking at this. Now it is my only option, my only move, to play e4 or not to play e4. e4 is going to make my bishop really bad, but allowing him to push is going to allow his knight in, is going to kick my knight away. So definitely I don't want to give him this much space. I guess e4, it's some kind of a force. He's going to play queen to a5, and then I have to play bishop to d3, so that after knight takes, bishop takes, is no attacks on the pawn. So e4, queen a5, bishop d3, castle, the bishop can go back to defend, and then we deal with the bishop in some way. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because pawn push, bishop here, moving the knight there, that's kind of... Why? Why would you move the knight back? Why would you move the knight back? Now you cannot move the queen. Okay. I guess we have to just make a developing move, bishop to d3. Let's bishop to d3. Defend everything. I always hate the castle because I'm always, even though it's not really that dangerous, but I really hate this sacrifice, bishop sacrifice. It opens up the lines for my king, and the king cannot really escape back. So sometimes I hate castling to this side. Okay, so he just wanted to reroute the knight. He wants maybe to push to attack my bishop and force me into taking, so that he's going to put a knight there on f4. Makes a lot of sense. But whenever I get attacked, I'm going to get the bishop back to e3 or bishop to d2. I think e3 is better so that I can get the queen to d2 and then sack the bishop to get the queen there and the knight there. Probably a good plan. So now what do? I guess I have to make some kind of a push. The pawn will never be attacked, so I just have to go for it. I think he's going to play h6, bishop to e3, preparing queen to d2 to sack the bishop to get the queen in and somehow open up some lines for the rook. I'm not going to castle this side. Yeah, now we're going to get back. He wanted to put a knight there, but I'm not going to allow it. Whenever you put a knight there, I'm going to take it. Now we're going to have double pawns, and yeah. But I still think he needs to play like a queen to a5, because if the pawn was pushed again, and he pushes, I can take, and after queen takes, just a simple king e2 and king d2, getting the rooks in, attacking on this side, because this side is completely closed, and he needs to waste a lot of time to move the knights and push these pawns. Yeah, but the bishop is really bad. Bishop to d3. Yeah. But I'm wasting a lot of time. Probably because I always want to make every single move perfect. Even against really high rated players. Against this is the highest rated player I ever played. 2149. That's nuts. But this pawn can be attacked by moving the knight like this, and the bishop somehow being there, even though that's not possible because the pawn needs to be pushed, and the knight cannot be there. But I hate these two pawns, and the bishop is just stuck there. Really good move, I guess. But it creates a hole there. Now my knight is absolutely doing nothing except taking control of this square on h4. So knight back, knight. I need to get the knight there so that the knight can hop on b5. It's just a good square for the knight, but it doesn't really do anything, so I'm not that interested in it. Right? So it's just knight to d2, knight b1, knight a3, and knight to b5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 moves to get the knight there. But I'm not really sure what is the knight doing there. So I'm not interested in doing it right now. What am I supposed to do? See, this pawn can be weakened in some way. So maybe I play... I'm not going to play king to e2. Maybe the bishop will not be capable of moving. King to d2, also the bishop cannot move. Should I play queen to d2? See, queen d2, then I can play king to e2 because the bishop can go back in case something happened. But queen to d2, this pawn become loose. Queen d2, I want to sacrifice, and after takes, get the queen in. He doesn't have a direct way to attack my queen. Even if I put a knight on g5, it's not leading to checkmate because the knight is still there, so I'm not entirely sure. I can play g4 and g5. He's going to take. I'm going to take with the bishop, and he's going to have a really hard time dealing with that. So maybe g4, g5, that's actually good. g4, and just put the king on d2 and allow the rooks to get in. And the bishop, and Geez, should I play g4? g4, what can he play? I mean, if he moves the knight, I'm still going to push. I guess I'm going for it. g4. The king will be safe on e2, get the queen on d2, get ready to push, get ready to sacrifice, and open up the lines to get the rooks in. The attack is not clear, but yeah. Putting a knight there is not going to help because I can take, even though he can take with the pawn, but double pawns are not ideal. Pushing, he can take, knight takes, bishop takes, that's not good at all. I cannot play h4 because I lose this pawn. And now he can never play f5. So that's good. Maybe now we get the queen on d2. I should be very careful not to blunder any piece. Queen to d2. I want to sacrifice, take with the queen, then push these. or just play king to e2, trying to get this rook and to try to push. Okay, I'm gonna play king to e2. Hold on, this knight can jump in here. King e2, knight check, pawn takes, and bishop takes and pawn takes. Well, he's gonna have double pawns, and that's not ideal for him. Knight there we can just take, and after pawn takes, that's also fine for him. I guess I'm gonna play king to e2. I should be playing faster than this. Now this pawn I'm not worried about defending, so I can definitely play like something like this, because I want to keep preserving the move h4 to try to attack and try to push and try to open up the lines for my rooks, and the queen on d2 battery will be very nice. Ooh, he's getting himself into really bad trouble, because one single move like this, and knight, bishop, he's gonna get his queen trapped. So I do have rook to g1, but he's gonna play a check, trying to take my bishop. Actually, I will be happy to give you my bishop, because my bishop is garbage and your knight is really strong. But after check takes and takes like this, I lose the knight. And after check, yeah, I guess I have to take, and after queen takes, it's gonna be a really hard time for me. So maybe queen d2, check, takes, queen takes, we take, and he's gonna have double pawns. I guess it is queen to d2. Yeah, knight check takes, pawn takes. He's gonna have double pawns, and we're gonna try to go for this push to open up some lines, even though this pawn become somehow weak. But the bishop now can move to try to defend this in case something happened. I definitely do not like this. Now I want to push. After takes, knight takes, bishop takes, he's gonna lose his queen, so he needs to be careful. He did play that. Now, moving the king is going to be a blunder, because he can take me here. And after I take with the queen, I'm going to lose the knight. So I have to take. I have no other option. He's going to take with a pawn. It's not ideal to take with a pawn. This pawn is significantly weak. Getting the rook on b1 to get the rook there and getting a queen there, you will never, ever removing this rook from here. Right, because the knight cannot even try to, yeah, the knight can be a problem for me. But then we will definitely just push and get the rooks in. See, this pawn, I cannot push because I'm going to lose a pawn right away. Pushing is going to take. So maybe I prepare with like this, but he's going to push like that, and I can simply take, play that. So rook to g1, I want to push, and after takes, knight takes, he's just gonna take it. I want to play rook here to try to push and push, open up some lines. I guess I'm gonna play it. Let's go rook to g1. Come on, bro, I completely missed this. Oh my god, why am I not looking? He can definitely just move the queen and get this pawn in and try to deal with this pawn. Oh, I have to move this knight ASAP to try to push with the f3 to defend, and then yeah. Oh my god, I should not be leaving, the pawn like this. Yeah, definitely not now. I have to take. There's no other option. I have to take. And then I have to play this, f3. But double pawns here and double pawns here is not ideal. So if I played f3, no way in hell this dude is going to have any kind of attack. So I have to play f3, and then a move like h4, you take. I mean, I can just play queen to e1, push, takes, and get the rook in, and double lob and try to give check there. And whenever he moves the queen and try to get f5, we can just take, and after bishop takes, there's nothing because there's a pawn defending. So the only problem that we have is this pawn and this pawn. Bishop to d7 is annoying. Yeah. I don't want to play queen to c2, even though we might have an attack on the queen, but that's going to be a check, and we have nothing there. Okay, so he's attacking a pawn. Should I be defending? I can defend with the bishop. Bishop to c2. But then this pawn might become weak. Bishop c2 push, and I can just take. I'm completely fine. Bishop c2. He maybe wants to get the rook, and that's going to be a problem. But after bishop c2, rook here, queen to e1, he's going to get the rook there. We can push, he's going to get the rook here. And I can just play king d2. Oh, it's getting insane. My entire plan is just to try to take like this and try to open up for the rook. And after bishop d2, I can get the king. I know it's insane. I can get the king to d3 to defend the pawns. That's insane. Okay, I'm going to play bishop to c2 because I'm really interested in playing queen to e1, pushing, taking, and getting taken with the rook. I have no idea what that. Oh, smart. King to g7. Okay, so after queen here, king g7 push, some kind of a rook there. I take, you take, and then we trade everything. I'm totally fine with that. Let's play queen to e1. Oh my god, bro. I'm literally being crazy right now with the moves. I'm lining up the queen with the same pile with the rook. Yeah. Now we're gonna push. Whenever he plays that, we can just take attacking his queen. So he decided to play that. That's really nice. Now I can take with the rook. Am I blundering something? Rook takes. Yeah, we're not blundering anything. Now we're gonna double up. Unless he wants to play like something like this, which I will not be taking. That's for sure. So after like rook to h8, rook h1, rook take, pawn push, rook here, rook gets in. See, I can play g5 first, attack the queen. After g5, and then I can double up like that. That's more like it. Yeah. But after, and I really don't want him to play that. g5, queen can go here. But after g5, he cannot take here because I can take him with the check. g5, queen here, rook there. This pawn become weak. But then I takes and get this. No. No, there's something definitely wrong with this. g5 here. Do I play this? Let him take a check. Check there. Queen. Dude, I'm missing out on many stuff right now. Okay, let's play rook h1. Let's play rook h1. Maybe we can attack then, but then he can just take it. That's a free pawn. This pawn is really weak. Maybe I have to play bishop to d3, king to d3. Make sure everything's being defended. And the bishop is defending that. And then the queen can freely move. Because whenever I push, this pawn becomes really weak. But this pawn is also weak. If he wanted to take, I'm going to take with the rook. He wanted, oh, he is going to attack me. He's attacking my rook. That is not smart. Hold on. Is there something? Is there rook to h7 check? Rook takes, king takes, and a e5 check, winning the queen. But after I win the queen, there is a check there, and I have to move the king, and I lose my queen back. Because the queen is... Shit! Wait. Rook here. He can now move back because I'm going to win the queen. Here, there is going to be checkmate on h6. So rook to h7, he's forced to take. Rook takes, king takes, pawn push, check. He can block, we can take. He's going to play a check. I'm going to move, he's going to take, and I can take, I'm going to lose the bishop. And the pawn will become weak. Dude, what is going on? My queen is in the worst place ever. Check, takes, check, takes, check. He can move. Come on, bro. Am I thinking right? Check, takes, here, moves the king there. Then I sack the bishop to allow him to take, to get the queen, but then he can block. Check here, check, takes, push, king back, takes, check, here, takes, who's winning this? I guess nobody. Who's winning this? Check, takes, push, king. That's gonna be bad because I can take with a check. So check here, check, takes, check. Here is not possible. Here is not possible. Here is the only square. I take, he plays a check, and I can play bishop to e2, bishop to e4. Oh my god, I'm winning. Rook h7. Rook h7. Please tell me it is the right move. Please tell me, if this, that's checkmate in one. If back, I win the queen. If takes, king takes, push, king moves, I take, it's check, and I can play bishop to e4 to block against the attack. I'm insane. I am insane, but he will not take. Shit, he will not take. He's not forced to take, though. Oh, fabulastic. He's not forced to take. Ah, that could have been the most beautiful move I played. He's not forced to take. Getting the queen here, he can just take this pawn, and I have nothing, because the queen is still protecting that square. Ah, yeah, I just got excited about that move. Man, I hate this. So what do I do? Where do I go? Pushing is going to be a blunder. I guess I just have to go here. Man, I wish he just took. Bro, that... Yeah, I just got excited. And I wasted too much time thinking about that variation. That's very bad. Bad stuff. We just need to get the king there. I mean, we're blocking the bishop. That's bad. So just a simple king to d2. Oh, we have to move. We have to move. King d2. Everything's defended, right? And the queen can still go here. Yeah. King d2. Nothing will be happening on this side. We're gonna get the queen to h1, attack the queen, get the other queen and try to win this pawn. Try to open up with this pawn to get something in. I like it. Unless he played queen to e5, of course. But then whenever he push, I can take with a check and win the pawn. That's gonna be bad. I'm not gonna take with the rook, I blunder, but I take with the pawn. But this is a problem. But the good thing is he didn't play that, so I'm not afraid of it. And it's going to take him 1, 2, 3, 4 to get in. So I only need one move to get in, like this. And this pawn is in the way, so the bishop cannot go back to attack this square, which is really beautiful. Unless he played queen to e5, queen here, some kind of a pawn push, but that's going to blunder a check. Okay, that's smart. What does it do? I have no clue. I cannot take that, but I have to be playing queen here. I should be doing something. This move is not good because, okay, he's trying to move the rook to do something. So after I play this, okay, this is gonna move the rook. Oh, I'm smart. Push. He can never take because I can win the queen because the bishop is defending. I love this bishop. Do you remember at the beginning of the video, I said the bishop is garbage? Now, it is the best piece I ever had. I have to play e5. He can never take. I'm gonna push. And if he take, oh my god, I have this. Take with the rook. I have this. I have it, right? I have it. I have it. I have e5. I have e5. He can never take. He's gonna lose his queen right away with the rook to g6. And then, that's a fork. But I'm not loving the fork because, well, actually I love the fork because it's gonna lead to check. Am I beating the highest rated player I ever played against? Am I going to beat an almost 2200? No matter which way he take with, rook to g6 wins me the queen. And that's a fork. Okay, so he decided to move. But takes, sacrifice, takes, check. Shit, I have to go here. No more checks. So if I take here, the queen needs to move. When the queen does move, that's a check, and he's going to get brutalized on this side. I have to take, right? I can play rook to here, but I'm going to take with a pawn. Attack the queen. Get the check in. Oh my god, if I win this game. That's going to be insane. Beating a 2149 rated player. He resigned. Boom. Getting 10 points, and we are 2059. See, now I am proud of my calculation skill. Nice. That's a great game. That's a great game. I love this game. Nice. We still gotta learn 86.7. He played with a 77, and we have a brilliant move. Let's go. D4, knight to f6, c4, and the Nimzo Indian we have. I did not play the correct move. It's knight to f3. Yeah, I hate the Nimzo Indian. I should be actually studying this. But takes, everything's normal. Yeah, I had to play e3, because whenever he takes, I can take with a pawn and undouble the pawn, but I decided to push. So he definitely got us in the opening. I had to play knight to d2 to try to push this. In knight d2, he cannot push because I can simply take. And he cannot take and lose the queen. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Pushing the pawn e4, now he has nothing. He should have attacked my bishop. I played bishop to d3, defending everything. Also developing a piece. I should have played g3 so that whenever he attacks my bishop, I can go back and not lose it, and then I cannot get in. Okay, that's nice. He played a5. I thought it does make sense. I don't know. Okay, so g4 was really early. I had to go knight here, try to go for some kind of a push like that. I don't know. g4, knight back. I had to castle. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna castle, put my king there. Yeah, I thought my king's gonna be way safer on e2 and d2. But anyways, king e2. He should have played knight here, but he decided to put the queen there. Queen d2, I was planning to play pawn push, takes, and he's gonna lose his queen, so he cannot do that. But he played a check, and I was forced somehow to take. He took with a pawn, put the rook on g1 to try to go for the push, which was the smartest move and the best move. I should have taken, yeah, I took there, because that's a problem. Takes, and we decided to push. Come on, f3 is not the correct move. What if I allowed f3 check? And this pawn is not defendable unless I move the king and I try to put everything in my power to defend it. Yeah, f3, it totally makes sense to me. Bishop c2 was fine, defending the pawn, and I wanted this. He pushed the pawn there. I was supposed to move the king because it makes sense. Takes. I should have taken with the queen because he cannot take like that because I have a check and is forced to go here. Or after this, takes. I don't know. some kind of a check here. There's some kind of a check. But taken with the rook, he attacked me. Rook h7. It is the brilliant move. Nice. I love it. He cannot go king to g6 because that leads to checkmate. He cannot go back because I can take, and that's also going to lead to checkmate, so he needs to take with the queen, and I can take the queen for free. And if he takes, which he did, and I take with the other rook, he cannot take me because at the pawn here, he's going to lose his queen. And after I take his queen, he gives a check thinking he's going to win my queen. I can play bishop to e4, and I'll be fine. Wow, I'm really proud of myself for finding rook to h7. That's a beautiful move. Okay, but he did not take. That's nice. Okay, I decided to go back to try to add some attackers there, trying to put the queen there, to try to do something there. He decided to put the rook, king d2, defending the pawn with the king, getting the queen there. I was supposed to go queen to b1, attack an undefended pawn, and play that and get some rook in. Makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, but I decided, I mean, come on, this is way better. He blundered and pushed the pawn there. Oh, come on, I'm really sad that I did not. What? I have to play e5 now? Why e5 now? Takes, or takes, which one is the best? And then I can attack his queen. And then when the queen moves... But hold on. After e5, he can take with this. And after I attack his queen, he can just go here, defending that square. It doesn't make sense. But he blundered. Oh my god. Yeah, I made a mistake because now he can totally kill the attack by rook to e5. That's why e5 was the best move. But what do you mean? Like, what after takes like that? Rook to h7, attacking the queen. He can play queen to f6 to defend that square. Who's winning this? Rook takes d7. Oh! And you're getting in with a check. Oh. Yeah, I did not see that. I did not see that I was attacking the bishop. Oh. But after this, I missed, and now he was supposed to play rook to e5, and that was completely a draw. But we found the correct move, e5. He moved the rook. I have no idea. He was just afraid of the fork, but he did not see rook to g6. I have no idea. And then we took that. It was the best move. And he resigned. He resigned. Wow. That's a beautiful move, rook h7. Nice. 2059. Thank you so much for watching. See you tomorrow.